I've deleted the apps. I'm off of them. God has given me my 13th reason, so to speak. Got rid of them. Don't need them anymore. Don't want them anymore. I'm so fucking over the caliber of men that dating apps have. And I honestly think that all of the people on dating apps are just fuckabouts and just want to play games. And the people that actually want to date aren't on the dating apps and aren't dating even though they want to date because of the bullshit that comes with the fucking dating apps. Are you following me? Anyway, so I'm pretty sure I said one more time.
I am following her, guys. In fact, I've been following her for the last 3 days, unnoticed by her and sleeping under her bed. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As you have Ampu greeting you as well. And this woman greeting you as well. Holy crap, I hadn't noticed. But she's greeting you as well, guys. There you have her waving her hand, giving you a warm welcome, guys. Unless you're a man, that is. Because then she hates your guts because she's been hurt by Chad. Alright? You all men just have filthy trash for this woman, guys. So we'll take a look at her dating experience. We have the usual 30, single, and bitter, and regretful, and blaming it all on you. You watching this right now. You, if you're a man, you're to blame for this woman ending unhappy. All right. So we'll take a look at her and a couple more stories, guys, and then we'll move on to our article. But for now, please like and subscribe, and let's get started.
Time and that would be me done. There was one more time, so I'm fucking done. I was talking to this guy, all was going well as it tends to, and then a couple of days into speaking, he was like asking me out on a date, basically. He said, I'm busy this weekend and the weekend after, but we can do the weekend after that. So I was like, perfect. So the second weekend was he was going away, and I was like, the curse of the holiday. But I thought, no, this one will be fine. It wasn't. So he messages me the first day of his holiday, and then
The curse of the holiday, guys. Not a curse invented by me, but it just strikes me how funny it is that women will notice a pattern repeat 2 times. Like the 2 chads dump them during holidays, for example, or cheated on them on their holidays, and they'll call it the holiday curse. Yet they somehow don't notice a pattern that repeats 48 times in a row, which is these women choosing the bad boy over and over again. Why don't you come up with a name for that curse? Like the 304 curse, or I didn't have a father curse, or I don't know, just something. But they never notice that pattern, guys. They never notice how they are the common denominator in all their failed relationships, even while having the power to literally choose almost anyone in dating.
I don't hear anything from him. Now, normally I would send either a bit of a attitudey message or I would simply just remove. But I thought, I'll be a grown-up about this. I can double text. I have free will. If he thinks that's beggy, then he's not the person for me. So I just followed up on the day that he got back, or the day he told me he was getting back.
So it's Chad. She double texted, she followed up. Yes, it's Chad. How do I know? Because the average man, the average Joe on the dating app doesn't even get women to respond. Yeah? Like, women, if you're the average Joe, will not pay you 2 minutes of their day. They won't even reply back. Let alone, guys, let alone double text. Of course, he's Chad, as he always is, guys.
And I was like, oh, like, how was the holiday? How was the vacay? And then everything went back to normal. So I was like, okay. You know, that's fine. I'm not a massive texter when I go away anyway, so I was kind of understanding of that. Just making excuses at this point, I feel. So then this was the weekend we were supposed to be doing something, and it comes up to the weekend, and I don't hear anything from him. And then Friday night, he says, are you free next weekend? So I was thinking, it was supposed to be like this weekend, but that's fine. No worries. So I was like, yeah, okay.
Of course, it's fine, guys, because it's Chad, and when it's Chad, these women are willing to be sharing the same Chad in between 35 women. When it's Chad, they're willing to wait, you know, patiently for their turn, like a little doggy on a leash, right? Now, if it was the average man and you, God forbid, change the date, oh, sorry, I'm a queen, I deserve better, I know my standards, I know my worth, and all this world filth that you'll get, right? But when it's Chad, yes, sir, I'll wait patiently, yes, sir.
What do you want to do? I'd already agreed to a date like 3 times by this point. Why is he looking at me? And then I've lost my trail of thought now. Is it train or trail?
It's
Yeah.
train.
So Friday night he texts me. I get back to him Saturday afternoon.
It's train, dude. How can you not know this? My trail of thought? Who the hell says that, guys? Who's the psycho that says that? It's a train of thought. My hell, guys. Do I have to be teaching English with you?
Saying, like, what do you want to do? I didn't hear from him again. So I was like, surely, if by the time I responded on Saturday you didn't want to go on the date, you probably didn't when you asked me about it on the Friday night. So I thought that was a bit weird. So I was like, okay, just left it. I thought, I don't need to respond. I'd already reached out once when he had stopped responding. I'm not doing it again. I get the message. Like, it wasn't that deep. A week later, my guy comes back begging me. 8 messages I think he had sent me, begging me for forgiveness. Like, what? And bearing in mind, this was the weekend we were supposed to be doing something that he's now begging it. And then in one of the messages, he then turned around and said, I'm busy this weekend, but when are you free? So I'm like, 2 times now you have blown me off, and you have come back texting me saying, oh, I'm so sorry, please forgive.
And how many times have you blown him off? 0, I presume. Hey, maybe that's why this whole thing isn't going in the right direction. Am I right?
Forgive me and all of this shit. I'm like, what do you want me to do with that? Like, I'm not trying to fuck about. I'm not here for that. What realistically did you expect me to say, sir, that would have made that situation okay? So I think, he said, honest mistake that he had aired me for a week. So I said a couple of days is an honest mistake. A week is actively ignoring. This has to be a joke. He never responded, so I then followed up because I like to say my piece. I then followed up and said, you've messaged me all of this and then proceeded to air me for another day. On the weekend we were supposed to be doing something. You are a dick. And I just never heard back from him. So I was like, I'm done. I'm so done at this point. I can't be bothered. I need to focus on myself. Not that I was putting too much energy into it, but like, I'm over it.
It's not at all, right? If you thought that this woman is somehow desperate for this man, well, you thought wrong. Right, because she was already over it. I mean, she was not really that invested to begin with. Yes, guys. Sure.
Yeah, just like, I'm over it. I'm so fucking over it now. So, yeah, I actually feel a bit free, to be honest. Like, from the shackles of the dating apps. I mean, there was only 2, but still, it's nice. It's nice to not worry about checking them, you know? Anyway.
Well, guys, if you're allergic to copium, this is where you should turn the video off, because my hell. But guys, let's for a moment forget that we have pattern recognition. Let's for a moment forget that we know that these women are dating only the chads. Let's pretend we're a blue pill moron, and we're like, oh no, I'm so sad this has happened to you, wonderful soul. All right, let's assume that attitude for a moment, guys. And with that attitude, let's move on to our next TikTok, because we're gonna be finding, we heard the female dating experience, right? And this is a very common one that you get if you've been around the channel. But now let's move on to the male one. What? We're gonna cover a male? Yes, guys. It's important for the video. So let's see the male experience, guys.
So I met somebody on Tinder. Hooray! I did it. I met somebody and we talked for 2 days. I gave up on the real life thing for a little while because it's just not working for me. I've gotten some numbers. I haven't gotten much response back. I tried to set up coffee dates. They didn't respond. So I tried Tinder again. Found somebody. She's really nice, really cute, really excited. And I can't believe I finally got a connection. You know what I mean? Like, I've been trying this for like a really long time. This is like the first time I've had a conversation in like a year. So we set a date, Friday night, tonight, 8 o'clock, and super looking forward to it. You know, Thai food. Thought it would be a nice, easy way to meet each other. So super looking forward to that. Wednesday was a little busy for me, but we still talked a little bit. Thursday came by. I actually didn't get to check my text till the night, and I had seen that she had texted me, but I was like, I'll just wait till tomorrow. She was just saying, I hope you have a good day. So I woke up this morning and she unmatched me.
And the public gasps. What a surprise, guys. I thought that this was gonna be the exception. I thought that this was gonna be that one time in a million where the average woman doesn't dismiss you because she found something better in 5 minutes. But no, guys, our hearts are yet again broken. We are yet again just so saddened by the news, right?
Are people like we're just not meeting each other now? We just are on Tinder to get the validation of connecting, or are you so insecure that you need me to text you every single day? I mean, maybe I dodged a bullet here, but it still feels like shit. I've been at this for way too long, and I can't fucking win.
Have you tried changing your bio? I don't know, dude. Have you tried, like, grooming your beard or something? And am I tired of these dumbass advices? But anyway, yeah, dude, you just post a better picture, dude. I hear that guys who post good pictures get all the women. Yeah, sure, mate. No, removing sarcasm aside, no, you can't win, right? You can't win in the year 2025.
I cannot win. Why? Why is it like this? It doesn't have to be like this. Why can't people commit? I just want to take somebody on a date. I have so much to offer as a person. I listen, I cook, I travel, I have stories to tell. I want to hear your stories. I want to have a banter.
Yeah, well, you just don't get that. And I hear a lot of men sharing their story, but it's just women don't value that. Well, guys, if it isn't the millionth guy I've heard who offers 47 things that women say that they like, but then they just pass away alone, you know, wow. It's almost, I'm starting to believe, guys, that women don't actually want those things. I'm starting to think that women don't actually want someone who listens and loves them and respects them and is devoted. I'm starting to think that they might like something else, guys. You know, going back to this woman. Because, again, if we assume the attitude of the blue pill, where we are not drawing any general conclusions, we have no pattern recognition, we see two people complaining about the same thing. The person that they were interested in is not interested back. But now we add common sense to it, we add rationality to it, all right? We add our world understanding to it, and we know that this man, where you see him, has had 5 options in the last 10 years, yet this woman has had 5 options since yesterday, all right? This woman, guys, receives likes on a daily basis. This woman can go out on a date in a heartbeat. This man cannot. This man has had to religiously grind for 30 minutes a day on the dating apps for probably 7 months to get to this date. Now, they're both average, if you ask me. This woman is not attractive. I don't know also why she's so red. This man is average as well. This is your average Joe, guys. Not ugly at all, right? I'm just saying he's average. Nothing special. Balding. Now, I don't know. It's a bit hard to rate men because then women rate things like height also. Like, if you're looking like this, but you're 6'4", you're probably gonna get women, right? But if you're not 6'4", you probably won't. So they're sharing the same problem, but then the difference being, well, this man doesn't have options, this woman has. This man wants to go for the real deal. This woman is actively avoiding the real deal. This woman is actively working to not be part of a serious, stable relationship. She's zigzagging her way out of every sort and resemblance of commitment, and she's chasing the guys who are not interested. That is yet another difference. This man is chasing anything, just whatever comes my way. I have zero options, just anything that drops from the heavens with God's infinite grace, I'm gonna take it. That's what this man does. Now this woman, on the other hand, can choose between 500 guys, but she chases the one who is not interested in her, right? But F this woman, she's just one of 10 million women that behave the same way. Now this man is also a man, part of a very large group, which are men who cannot win, you cannot win in 2025. And here's my deal to you, dude. Just watch some good old red pill content, understand it for yourself. He's asking, why can't I win? You need to understand why you can't win. You need to understand that the game is rigged. You need to understand also that the juice is not worth the squeeze. Long gone are the days, guys, where we were asking the question of why we can't win. The current question is, why do I need to win? Why do I need to invite this woman on a date when she probably has a large body count? She's probably a unstable kid and a brat who gets emotional over everything. She's probably someone who's gonna backstab me even if I commit. She's probably someone who won't provide anything meaningful to my life, but will emasculate me and waste my time. They were not asking the question, why can't you win? There's no point in even playing. The award is not worth the price of participation, guys. The admission ticket, all right? So there you go. It's honestly sad, guys. It's honestly sad. I'm moving on to article story, but it's honestly sad to see so many men struggling. And but it's just reality. I mean, we can sit around just like in the scene that you're watching, and we can all cry, guys. We can all bawl our eyes out, crying about how sad and terrifying it is, which it is sad. But what's the point? Just, you have no other option. You might as well better just deal with it. Yes, you cannot win. And yes, it's not worth it, so stop playing. But now, guys, let's move on to the article. I mean, you cannot win unless you are the lucky jackpot winner, right? For those guys that don't want to be pessimistic, yes, you can technically win. Maybe you're that one of a million man who manages to find the last good woman in your state, all right? So maybe that's it. Okay, let's read now, guys. And leave me your thoughts about this previous man, by the way. Turning 29 and reflecting, where have I gone wrong with dating? Let's guess if it's a man or a woman, guys. I'm turning 29 this week, and it's made me reflect on the past decade of my life. I mean, it's a woman, it's obvious 21, but still. In many ways, I feel proud of what I've achieved. I finished my master's debt-free, built a career, and even published articles under my name. Yeah, it's a woman because no man will brag about posting articles under his name. I took the leap of moving abroad, and within a few months I've already built a life I love. 17-year-old me dreamed about living abroad, and I actually made it happen. But when it comes to my romantic life, I feel like I've carried so much disappointment and pain. Even before my first serious relationship, I experienced S3-actual coercion and a certain word that I cannot say because this is Disney YouTuber, right? This is the PG YouTube, guys. Sorry, but I can't take you seriously. Sorry, call me cold or whatever, but this word, guys, has just been used so much that it's lost all meaning to it. And I simply cannot take you seriously unless I know you and I know for a fact that this is true. Because it's like the trauma, guys. Trauma, everybody's traumatized now. Getting your Starbucks order mixed up is traumatic nowadays. So if I see someone on Reddit talking about he has experienced trauma, yeah, I'm not gonna believe you. I'm just not gonna believe you. So same applies to this case. Have you really been in this terrible, horrible situation? Or has your boyfriend been a bit too pushy because he was excited to see you, and now you're making this whole thing, just blowing it out of proportion? We'll never know. After that, I was ghosted by a guy I'd been seeing for 6 weeks. Then I got into an emotionally abusive relationship. Looking back, I can admit I was naive and romantically sheltered at the time, but those experiences still left a mark. After the breakup, the pandemic hit. I briefly dated 2 guys during the pandemic and both ended for different reasons. In 2023, I stepped away from dating for 2 years to focus on relocating abroad. I don't regret that choice because it allowed me to actually live out my dream. But dating since then hasn't been easy. Over the past 2 months, I've dipped my toes back in with 2 hinge dates. One guy was extremely handsy. The other was fine on paper, but there just wasn't any real connection after 2 dates. I even tried to flirt with someone I met in person, but he ended up just inviting himself over, which wasn't what I wanted. So this whole thing, guys, you can read from here. All right? This whole thing is unavailable to men. Now, a lot of men still end up 30 and single, but they just skip out these paragraphs where basically this woman says, yeah, I've dated this guy, and then this guy, and then this guy, and then I went on 2 dates, and then I went on 5 situationships, and then I went on 3 dates, and then we were texting with this guy, and then I was seeing this guy, and then I was in another situationship for 2 months. All right, this whole thing is just not available to men as an option, right? And it brings me back to the point of, holy crap, dude, you are dating so many people, you have so many options. Now, you would think that you could make something work out of that. Holy crap. I mean, you in total, you are 30. Let's say, in total, you've been dating for a decade. Dude, it's a decade of men pursuing you, of you going on dates. Have you really not been able to make one of them work? My hell. So here I am, about to turn 29. Yeah, that magical age is approaching, guys. I'm not trying to rush myself into marriage, but I don't want to get married and have a family one day. Oh, excuse me, but I do want to get married and have a family one day. That's always been a dream of me. Well, it doesn't look like it. At the same time, I look back at my romantic life and it feels like it's been mostly trauma. There you have that word again. It's just everything is traumatic, guys. Everything is trauma. Rejection and mediocrity. I don't think my standards are unreasonable either, as I've dated men of different heights, education levels, backgrounds, and cultures. I don't think my standards are unreasonable because I'm even dating the below 6 feet pigs. Do you guys understand how demeaning that sounds? Oh, my standards are not high. I'm even dating the subhuman people beneath 6 feet tall. The positive side is that all these experiences have sharpened my discernment. I'm so tired of this. So tired of this. Oh, the good thing about me getting blasted by all those charts is that now I know better. Dude, you don't know anything better. No, they have not sharpened your discernment. You're 30, nearly 30 and single. Nothing is sharper. Nothing is better. You've made all the wrong choices consecutively. Nothing has been sharpened here. You just suck dating. This whole thing, guys, of, well, I've been, I've been failing at dating for a decade, but that has made me better. No, that is like going to the casino and saying, well, I've spun the roulette 800 times and wasted all my inheritance money, but that has just brought me closer to winning the jackpot next time. No, it hasn't. You're wasted. You wasted it all. You damaged it all. You're broken. You're a broken person. Everything is over. When will women learn this? I know more clearly now what I value in a partner and what I absolutely won't tolerate. Well, how, if that were true, how did it take you 30 years to learn that? If you really did learn, why didn't you learn at 25 after 5 of the first 37 bad experiences? I've grown from the naivety I had in my early 20s. Still, it's hard not to feel heavy about it. Oh, you tell me about it, sister. Has anyone else had a similar history with dating, such as years of disappointment, bad experiences, or being overlooked and still managed to find a partner? No. What helped? But if we exclude find a partner, yes, everything of this matches with your average woman. Years of disappointment, bad experiences, being overlooked, may I add, bad choices, because women always try to flee accountability. What helped you overcome these feelings and keep hope alive? Well, gentlemen, we'll finish with this thought. Let me know what you think. But it just always ends this way. Now, notice how, if you've been watching the channel, especially ever since I started, how many times has it been, guys, that we've covered the same story, just with a different name on it? It's always 30 or near 30. It's always, yes, here's my history of like 37 failed relationships that I've been going through over a decade. It's always also the same reasons, yeah? Like, it's not one woman that pops out with something that you've never seen before. Like, no, I actually got dismissed and actually the relationship failed because of this other reason. No, it's always the same reasons. They're just following the men who aren't right. And they themselves also are women who are not right for dating. They're not ready to date. They don't even know what they're doing. I mean, guys, I think it's fair to assume that women just, they don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to date. They simply don't know. They don't have the ability, the capability, you know, and that is a direct result of not following any rules in your life. You don't have a specific religion. You don't have a specific way of looking at life where you prioritize certain things over others. You're just a leaf blown by the wind. You're just a fish going down the current. You're just moving along with everybody else, with what the culture tells you, with being empowered and a boss babe and all those things, and they all end up the same place. Yeah, yes, shocking news, guys. If you let yourself be taken away by the current, yes, you're gonna end up where everybody taken by the current ends up, right? But guys, thank you for watching. Leave me your comments down below, and I'll see you next time.